And joining us now live for more on this is writer Aymeric Monville. Thank you very much for being with us here on RT International. If we get right down to it, France is cracking down on radical Islam, so it seems. Will this new campaign succeed, do you think? And by that, what does success actually look like?
This campaign cannot succeed without tackling the state causes of funding, notably Saudi Arabia and Qatar. And I recall, and because no one recalls it, that President Macron himself recognized it in 2017. He recognized the involvement of these two countries in the financing of radical political Islamism. And nothing has been done since this declaration. Only last year, President Macron, assumed the sale of arms to Saudi Arabia by saying that he had guarantees that they would not be used in the war against Yemen. It's ridiculous. And from 2008 to 2017, Saudi Arabia was our second largest arms trading partner. And I'm not talking about our entire general political class, which is under Qatar's financial pressure. I could also talk about the right, whose President Sarkozy accepted Qatar's shameless financing for a single speech. That's the main problem, I think.
So if we go back, I want to touch on something that you talked about, that this has actually been going on for a while. France has been grappling with terrorism for years. If there are so many known extremists out there, why weren't they arrested a long time ago? Is this effort too little too late?
Of course, the government didn't hesitate to preventively arrest yellow vests as a preventive measure last year. But you can't, unless you fall into arbitrariness and fascism, prevently arrest people for terrorism without proving that they intended to do so. No, the only intelligent thing that does not further restrict our freedoms would at least to break our alliances with those medieval countries of Saudi Arabia and Qatar. I must say that we have all the files on this. I can refer to the excellent work of the journalist Richard Labeviere in particular, but we have other works. It's all written and proven.
So the current situation, a mosque has been shut down for allegedly inciting the killing that took place, the beheading. The worshippers feel that they are being unfairly targeted for something that they had nothing to do with. What's your view? Is there a middle ground here?
At this stage of the investigation, I cannot substitute myself for the investigators, or even less for the justice system. But of course, the raison d'être of terrorism is precisely to push France to blame and to condemn unjustly, to make France to condemn unjustly in order to set our Muslim compatriots against the rest of the nation. And for this not to happen, we must be as severe as we are just. Religions do not pose any problem as long as they do not claim to govern the political arena. That's the principles of secularism in France.
President Macron has said that hundreds of organizations have actually been shut down over the past 3 years over alleged extremist links. We have not heard a lot about that. Yet there wasn't enough to stop the latest terrorist attack. Is there more under the surface here, or are we just looking at the proverbial tip of the iceberg?
I think if you close down an association, it risks being reborn if you do not cut off the sources of funding, which are, I repeat, abroad. And terrorism is a state matter. I recall that recently, in connection with the United States, Saudi Arabia sent bin Laden to Afghanistan to fight the Soviets. Then it advanced its hold in the Balkans, in Iraq, then in Syria. It supported political Islamism in Nigeria and Tunisia. And Macron, I must recognize it, unlike his predecessors, he had the courage to acknowledge this fact of the financing, but to do nothing when you know, that's called being an accomplice.
All right, writer Aymeric Monville. Very interesting to hear your thoughts. Looking forward to our next conversation. Thank you for being with us here on Arts International.
Thank you.